What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Freedom Fire podcast, where we want to stoke the flames of freedom every single day. My name is Kendall Bowman. I got a loaded show for you guys today, but before we get into that, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and share the show with your friends. Follow me on all the socials down in the description, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we put out new videos. All right, guys, let's get into this. From Breitbart, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot believes race and gender contributed to her re-election loss. All right, let's read. News One reported that after conceding Chicago's mayoral election on Tuesday, Lightfoot was asked if she believed her race and gender had contributed to her loss. "I'm a black woman in America," she replied. "Of course." Lightfoot has expressed versions of this sentiment since the beginning of her campaign. NPR noted that when Lightfoot announced she would be seeking re-election back in June, she told supporters, "I'm a black woman in America. People are betting against us every single day." Lightfoot told The New Yorker in a late February interview that she believed her race and gender contributed to her being portrayed in the media as an ineffective mayor. And look, also, I am a black woman. Let's not forget. I don't know how we would forget that you're a black woman, but okay. She told the publication, "Certain folks, frankly, don't support us in leadership roles." Lightfoot has only 17.1% of votes against Paul Vallis's 33.8% share and Brandon Johnson's 20.3%. The New York Times election dashboard indicates with only 6% of the vote outstanding, it is possible to project that Lightfoot will fail to advance to the runoff election. As Breitbart News noted Tuesday night, Lightfoot is the first Chicago mayor to lose a re-election bid in 4 decades. The Chicago Sun-Times noted Lightfoot's loss came at a time when violent crime and the perception of it are foremost on the minds of voters. And that right there is what the truth is. That's when the truth comes out right there. Let's be honest, Miss Lightfoot, it has nothing to do with your race. Now, you can sit there and scream about your gender all day long, but it's got nothing to do with your race. And main reason I know this is because Mr. Brandon Johnson, one of the candidates that you were running against, is also black. He is one of the candidates that is going to be going to the runoff. He beats you. He still has a chance to be mayor. You don't. I don't understand how you could sit there and say that they're not electing you because of your race when people are electing another black person to be. It doesn't make sense, lady. Like, what are we talking about here? Now, you can sit there and scream about gender all day long. I got no evidence that it wasn't your gender, but if I had to guess, I would say that it's probably because of something like this. This is from 2020. There's not a comparable year. Homicides are up 52% in Chicago amid COVID-19, with majority involving people of color. This is in 1 year under this woman. Homicides went up 52% in 1 year with this mayor, with this lady as mayor. But you want to blame it on your race and gender? Why you didn't get reelected? Homicides went up 52%. That's insane. And you got this right here. From the Daily Mail, outcry as thousands of prisoners are set to be released from jail when Illinois becomes first state to introduce no cash bail in January. State attorneys desperately sue Governor Pritzker amid fears already spiraling. Crime will soar. This is a story from October of 2022, just a few months ago. Guys, this is what you need to understand about the left. They're obsessed with race. They want you to think about race in every single situation. And if you look, here's the thing: if you look at a map of the Chicago election, I will say that many of the wards actually did vote by race. For example, if it was a ward that was primarily white or primarily black or primarily Hispanic, they in this specific election they did primarily vote based on race. But I will say this: you can't blame it on your race whenever there's another black guy that's being elected. People are still voting for another black guy, just not you. And to sit there and say that crime has nothing to do with why you lost, it's just not true, and it's insane. And this is the insanity of the left. They just want you to be obsessed with race. They want you to think that your outward identity is all that matters. It's the only thing that can have an effect on the world, which is not true, guys. It's just not true. You are more than the amount of melanin in your skin. You are more than who you choose to have sex with. That's the reality. You are more than those things. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying those things can't have an effect on your life. But I'm saying you are more than those things. For example, I'm a white guy. I have a wife. I have a daughter. I do not consider those things my identity. My identity is that I am a Christian. I am a father. I'm a podcaster, I guess. But my race has nothing to do with my identity. Who I choose to have relationship with has nothing to do with my identity. At the end of the day, you are more than the amount of melanin in your skin. Your value goes beyond that. But that's not what the left will tell you. The left will tell you is that the only value you have is based on the color of your skin or based on who you choose to have relationship with. And it's a message that's tearing this country apart. We've seen massive spikes. Now, we saw a video the other day of a guy in St. Louis just sitting there loading a gun, and then he walks up and just, boom, kills a homeless guy right in front of everybody. Black guy killing I believe it was a white guy or a Hispanic guy. I don't know which of those two it was. But we have seen these attacks on other races going up. Asians being attacked, Hispanics being attacked, whites being attacked. Look, the left's message on race is that race is all that matters. Gender is all that matters. Your identity, your outward appearance, all of the outward things, that is the only thing that matters. And if those are the only thing that matters, we're living in a dangerous world. We're living in a dangerous world. Because let's be honest. Let me just say this. Hey, black people. We still live in a primarily white country. Okay? If everything in this country is supposed to be based on race, you're not going to win. The only reason that black people are winning is because white people are not caring about race. We don't care. Especially conservative white people. We don't care about your race. We care about the character and the qualities of people. Not the color of your skin, dude. Not, we don't care who you choose to have a relationship with. What we care about is, are you a good person? Do you have respect for this country? That's what we care about. Especially when we're electing officials to office. That's what we care about. All right. I'll leave it there, guys. I got another story here for you. But before we get into that, if you haven't liked the video, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't left a comment in the comment section, what are you doing? Especially on this topic. This is I can already tell. The people in the comments are just going to be, this is going to be great. It's going to be hilarious. But leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section. Man, follow me on all the socials down in the description. Hit that notification bell after you've subscribed. All right, guys, let's get into this next story here. Oh, Zelensky, why do I have to talk about you? Okay. Ukraine's President Zelensky says U.S. will have to send their sons and daughters the same way we're sending our sons and daughters to war. I got the video here for you.
The U.S. will have to send their sons and daughters exactly the same way as we are sending their sons and daughters to war, and they will have to fight. Because it's NATO that we're talking about, and they will be dying, God forbid, because it's a horrible thing. The U.S. will have to.
Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the deal, guys. Zelensky in this situation, I will give him credit. He's not saying that the United States will have to send our sons and daughters to die in Ukraine. Okay? That's not what he's saying. He is saying that if Ukraine were to lose, then Russia would continue to attack NATO states, and then the U.S. would have to get involved. I will say this. I don't believe that. I truthfully don't believe that. And the reason why is that just look at how they're struggling. Look at how Russia is struggling in Ukraine. Like, don't get me wrong, they've made gains, and then Ukraine was able to just push them right back, you know. And that's just a nation that's just been, it's just being handed weapons by these other NATO states. What about actually fighting the NATO states that have the weapons? Guys, I don't think Russia is powerful enough to attack NATO states. I just don't. Russia in a conventional war will not win against NATO. They can't. They don't have a strong enough military. The only way that I could see them doing it is if they tried to use nukes. Okay, I was gonna use another word, but I couldn't think of it, so I'm gonna use this. It's the only way that I could see them doing this. Getting involved in a war against NATO is if they were to use nukes. The problem with that is almost every there's several other NATO states that also have nukes. So it's just listen, I don't think that Russia will take the chance of having all of their gains destroyed by instigating a war with NATO. Okay? That is if Ukraine were to lose. So let's say Ukraine loses the war. Let's say Russia now has control of all of Ukraine. Okay? I would say that they would not want to destroy those gains. I don't think that they will take the risk of losing everything that they've gained just for a chance at getting blown into oblivion using nuclear holocaust. I don't believe that. And so the reason why I'm talking about this is because this is just another example of Zelensky trying to instigate. Russia is attacking Ukraine, and Zelensky just keeps saying, look, guys, you got to help me. You got to help me. You got to give me more weapons. You got to send me this. You got to send me more ammo. You got to send me more supplies. You got to send me this. You got to give me more money so that I can we can win, or else Russia's going to come for all of you. It's like, look, Russia's not powerful enough to come for all of us. They're not. This war has shown us that. They're not powerful enough to do that. The problem that I have with this guy is that he's constantly instigating so that he can get what he wants, so that he can win the war that is going on in his country. And I get it. I understand. He does not want his country to lose. If we were in the same situation, I would expect Biden to be, screaming like this as well. He's like, look, you fight for your country. You defend your country. You try to get other people to help you defend your country so that you have the best chance of winning. I get it. But the constant instigation by this guy, constant instigating, it's going to get us involved in something that we don't want to be involved in. I want you to understand something. One false flag event, just one false flag from this guy or from the United States government or from Poland or from Russia, just one false flag is all it takes, and we are in World War III, and nukes are flying through the air. That's all it takes. That's how close we are right now. Guys, I've said it once, I'll say it again. We should not be involved in this war. We should pull out while we still have a chance. We should take our weapons and go home. Or, hey, leave them the weapons, but say, hey, we're no longer giving you any more. We're done. We're no longer going to be involved in this. This is stupid. This is instigation. This is going to get us involved in World War III with nukes flying at everybody. It's just not something that we should be involved in. But no, now they're talking about sending F-16s. Like, who's going to fly? Who's going to fly the F-16? Who? You gonna send it to them with a freaking pamphlet like do this? No, this is an extremely complex piece of machinery, guys. You can't just hand it to somebody and then take off and be an expert. Like, it's just crazy. We're gonna have to send boots on the ground to teach these guys, to teach the Ukrainians how to fly these planes. Boom, there you go. Boots on the ground. And I get it. We've already had some level of special forces in the area for a long time now. But look, guys, we shouldn't be involved. This is dangerous. It's just more instigation. Ultimately, this guy wants World War III because it will help him. It will get NATO involved against Russia, and it will help push back against Russia because, everyone knows that Russia's not powerful enough to win a conventional war against NATO. But that's what you have to understand is Russia also knows that. And so if World War III breaks out, it won't be a conventional war. It will be a nuclear war, 100%, because Russia knows they're not powerful enough in a convention, in a conventional way. So they have to go outside of the box, which means nukes over our cities. Sounds fun, right? He sure thinks it does. Come on, guys. We shouldn't be involved. We got to get out of here. We got to get our weapons out. We got to stop sending weapons to these guys. We got to stop getting involved in this because we're going down a dangerous path. I don't know what's going to happen, but sure am praying that this doesn't escalate any further and that we get up out of there. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I will have another show coming for you guys on Monday. I will go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, comment in the comment section, share the show with your friends. Follow me on all the socials down in the description. If you guys want me to talk about like specific things, you guys can send me stories on Twitter or Instagram or anything like that. I'm most active on Twitter, even though I haven't been very active the last few days, just because I like to take little breaks and stuff from social media every now and then because it's just it's let's be honest, social media is just a constant stream of psychosis in front of your face that you're just scrolling through. So it's not exactly healthy for the brain. So I like to take breaks from it every now and then. And so, but yeah, follow me on social media. Keep track of when I put out new shows and whatnot. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.